I hate the cold.
It's going to be 70 today, so you still have time.
Goddamn Keith last night talked me into my winter activity at the house, which is now going to be a giant home theater in my basement with a 150-inch screen.
You're getting that screen?
No, it's a projection.
Oh, okay. You scared me because they had a TV on display.
Yeah.
And I was looking at Ant going, there you go. There's your next purchase.
No, with a home theater of this size, it's got to be like a projection screen.
Okay.
But like motorized seats that recline and go back, and a bar and all kinds of just stuff. And the whole thing is going to look like a nice, classy, oldie-time movie theater.
Nice.
With all the little curtains and everything. And you walk in and you watch these movies. And the system isn't like you got to go and pop a DVD in anymore. It's all on hard drive. Everything's downloaded from the internet, and you get the choice of movies. They all go up on the screen, and you scroll through them, scroll, and you just click on the goddamn movie you want to watch, and there it is in ridiculous sound. Pop one of those pictures up there, Danny. The sound system is just like a movie theater. The thing rumbles, and the screen, it's just going to be insane. And that's for the winter. And then the summer's the pool.
Yeah, the future.
But isn't
what's funny really fast? We're getting to see what Keith would do if he had money.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I mean,
you're absolutely right. He walks around that place like he owns it.
Yeah.
He's kicking people out of rooms that I'm like, yeah, if you want to stay over, say that. No, I'm locking that room. No one's going in there.
Yeah.
And then he gets his wife Ange to set up another room for other people so they don't invade his space.
Yeah, it's all wonderful, but
it's my house.
Well, it's wonderful, but we really don't know what your tastes are, what you like.
Oh, I don't know either.
You're enjoying what your house has become, but this is Keith's taste.
I guess
him and his wife are basically living their fantasies through you.
It's their pet project,
right? Right.
You know, Keith is like writing checks for me and sending them off to people. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Like, and then it was suggested that what happens if he just writes a check for himself? Mm-hmm. So like Michael Corleone, I'm not against shooting a cop, a dirty cop. Mm-hmm. We got papers. We got people on the newspapers. We could.
He's got like a real life Sims game.
Yeah. He's just getting furniture and expanding things, and The Sims. He's playing The Sims with my house.
Your house, your money. It's real life Sims. He's locking doors. He's kicking people out. He's buying. He's purchasing.
Slowly poisoning Anthony.
Yeah,
changing the will.
And
yeah, exactly.
And he's inviting neighbors.
I heard about this neighbor thing.
Holy mother of God! I'm just hanging out in the house, and Keith's out back. We're enjoying a little glass of wine, and there's a house being built behind my house. I got a fence up, big fence, a lot of plantings that kind of camouflage everybody else's house. I don't want to see people. I don't want them looking at my yard. Might be shenanigans going on in there. So the owner, who's an Asian gentleman, he's outside the house, and he's been there a few times.
Checking out the progress?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't seem to speak much English, but enough to understand. But, you can't just carry on a normal conversation with him. You got to kind of talk slow and everything. So Keith is like, Anthony's calling me and laughing. So I come to the door and I'm like, what? And then he turns to the neighbor and goes, excuse me. And the neighbor comes to the fence, and in an accent I would love to imitate here, which would be a prime place to actually do it, because it wouldn't be mocking anything, it wouldn't be stereotyping anything, it would be me doing an impression like I do of anybody, of an Asian gentleman talking that doesn't speak much English, speaks some broken English, but for some reason I can't do that here.
This would be a very accurate impression.
Accurate. It wouldn't have any it wouldn't be a bad thing. It wouldn't be me making fun of anybody. It would just be an accurate impression of what this guy sounded like. But because people run in fear, I can't do that. But back to the story.
All right.
So Keith, he goes, hey, how you doing? He goes, when your house is done, you come over for dinner. You come over. And I'm standing there like with a smile on his face going, oh, my God, he's inviting the Asian gentleman over for dinner. And then the Asian gentleman goes, he was talking about knocking down part of fence so we can come back and forth.
No.
Yes! I was horrified. And then Keith is like, yeah, we have parties here. You come over. You come over.
You might as well knock down the fence, because if you don't, you know there's going to be a tunnel dug.
Well, that's true. I'll have to send someone in with one of my 45s and a flashlight in their mouth. Take care of that problem.
The neighbor just trying to get to the party. Like, tell him.
Yeah. You don't know where that goes.
All of a sudden you just see your pool drain. Like, what's going on?
What's happening? I think
Why
they
is my
hit
pool
something.
draining?
Yeah, so he's doing that.
Is Keith just like whistling a happy tune around your house now that Jill's gone? Because now that means he's back in your life?
He's back in, smiling. He just, I come home the other day. There's a big truck in my driveway unloading brand new outdoor furniture.
Yeah?
And it's the same stuff he has at his house.
I'm telling you, man.
So he'll feel comfortable sitting in it.
This is a perfect situation because you, like myself, we don't really care.
Yeah.
But
Be a place to sleep, a few beers.
yeah,
I'm fine.
But he does, so you get all the stuff you need to live comfortably, but it's his taste, which makes him happier.
Oh, he loves it. He is so waiting for any vacation I go on or anything because he's moving in.
Well, when I was at that party, I noticed that his room is getting quite impressive.
Yeah, thanks.
The first time I went over your house when this whole process started of you deciding after a year that you were going to put stuff in your house, he had a little room set aside.
Dude, there was
Just a little, like, ratty, like, comforter and a pillow, just a place to crash real fast.
Yeah.
Now it's like, it's one of the nicest rooms I've ever seen in my life.
Here's what it was. It was my old bedroom set, because I had gotten a new one for my room.
Sure.
It was my old bedroom set in there. And a dresser, my old dresser. And on the dresser sat what had to be a 15-inch TV. Old tube TV, but little 15-inch portable kind of TV sitting up there with no cable box. And that was it. Now, there's a new bed in there, new bedroom set.
What?
There, yes.
Why?
A new because it's his room.
Okay.
A new bedroom set, new dresser, a giant plasma TV on the wall. Now there's no more little 15-inch TV. That's gone. There's little. Look at this bedroom full of beautiful prizes. A plasma TV set. A brand new bedroom set. Decor. And on the dresser sits a picture in a frame of Keith and his wife? No. Keith and the kids? No. It's Keith and me.
Aw.
Keith and me. With the Ferrari and the Lamborghini during Supercar weekend.
Sure. Right.
That's the only picture in the room. So, and then there's a room that kind of connects to it through the bathroom because it's got kind of a Brady Bunch bathroom where
two rooms split one bathroom.
No, where the father has sex with another man and later dies.
Yeah.
It connects two rooms through the bathroom, and he has chosen that to be his sitting room. You don't need a sitting. Now I go, and one of my couches that was downstairs before I got new couches is up there.
Yeah.
And there's a big TV up there and everything. It's outrageous what he's doing.
Fast forward another year, you're going to be living in the maid's quarters.
Yeah.
Anthony has like a section that is so obvious. If Ant was like a quote normal, I need a wife and family, this would be where the maid would live. That's going to be your space eventually. He's going to talk you into the maid quarters, saying how that's the coolest part of the house, and he's going to have the rest of the thing.
Well, now the one of the middle rooms upstairs, Angela seems to have started decorating that one, and there's a bedroom set in there now, and a dresser, and a nice big rug on the floor. It's looking very nice because, and the only reason this was done is to keep any guests I have out of their room. So now all the guests have to go there. There's he said there's a hierarchy around here. Mm-hmm. And it starts with people sleeping in the cabana. And after that, they work their way up into the maid's quarters. And then, so I'm like, oh, this is great. Do I have to stand at the door and go, you've been upgraded, sir? That's great. We had you in the maid's room, but we're going to give you an upgrade to upstairs.
You
I want hotel room keys and the locks on the door, on all my doors, so people get handed the keys and they just slip them in and go in their room.
It's a bed and breakfast filled with orgies.
It's insanity.
It's like a flop house you're running.
Flop house.
A really nice flop house.
Yeah.
Just hope they don't all of a sudden bring bunk beds in.
No, we don't want bunk beds. What's that tapping
Well,
noise?
that's today's problem. What's today's problem?
Well, that's good.
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's going faster.
Phone.
Huh? I don't have no.
The phone all of a sudden is link to server is down. It says on the phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see.
All right, we're gonna reboot the phones. Everybody wants to talk about Anthony and his. Yeah, see, it is the phones.
Good.
All right, well, that's not too distracting. Where were we? So, if you see the bunk beds arrive, then you know you're in trouble because
There's a problem.
Now they're going to take a chance and move their kids in. And,
Yeah.
And that's when you're going to finally have it.
I do get a little nervous when the kids are over.
They are over?
Well, the kids come over sometimes, you know.
What do they call you? Meal ticket? What do they call you? They're not calling you Uncle Anthony.
No, there's no Uncle Anthony.
They have to call you
call me
something.
by name. I think I just say hi, and they go hi, and that's it. And then they just run off somewhere.
And then they run and hide in one of the many rooms.
I don't have a child-safe house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, except for my dates, and that's not safe. No bag.
It's a big thing on the side of your bed so they don't fall out.
Yeah, you got to put the little sides up.
Danny, is this you? Aunt's house is like Project Mayhem. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was
From
called.
Fight Club. That's pretty good.
It was
actually.
like my house is like the house on Paper Street.
Yeah.
And Danny was saying maybe I should hand out Kumia reward points for people that stay for extended periods of time and people that frequent the Hotel Kumia.
You're not giving out the reward points for people that are staying.
Oh, is that it? Yeah.
You're giving them out for something else that might be happening in the house.
You want a reward? Come here.
Yeah, Kumia honors, they would call it.
Yeah.
Like after 9 face paintings, you get your...
I'm honor.
Yeah.
Well, face paintings.
So
I have clowns over the house, and
are you going to have the neighbors over or what?
the new neighbors that are going to be moving into that house. No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to say to them. You'd see my collection of memorabilia I got in the house and be horrified.
You think they would be?
Yeah, I think.
No, I'm talking about the new neighbor. That's a different war.
No, the new neighbor. I'm not gonna. He'd be horrified too.
You think?
Yeah. What do you think? He wants to see big flags of the rising sun up on the wall? Replay that part of history? I don't think so. I noticed Keith's wife took my Nazi officer's hat and put it in my office. It was being proudly displayed in my kitchen. I guess that's not a good spot when workers are coming over.
You tell them that's a good spot. It's
What's
your
wrong
house.
with it? I know.
It's
I
your
don't
house.
care.
You tell them that you want the Nazi hat in the kitchen.
Why would anyone care if I have a Nazi officer's hat on a shelf in my kitchen? It's history. It's part of history. I'm not celebrating anything. I'm not a member of the Nazi Party, or the American Socialist, National Socialists. I'm a fan of the era.
What's their ultimate goal, you think?
To get me out of the house and to have the house for free. I already told you what Keith told one of the Indian neighbors that I have. That because he was like, where? Oh, can I do the accent? Jesus, picture an Indian accent. He goes, "Where is the gentleman that lived here before?" Because he assumed Keith lived there.
Right.
I was on vacation at the time, and Keith is there all the time. And Keith doesn't care. He'll walk out with a coffee cup in his underwear on the lawn and look around. You know, like you do when it's your place.
Yeah.
Hand on hip. You're kind of just surveying your property, going, "Yep."
Waiting for the paper boy.
Yeah, just in his drawers, just drinking some coffee. And this guy goes, "Where's the gentleman that lived here before?" He goes, he was arrested for child pornography and drug charges." And the guy was horrified. He goes, "Oh my God, really?" And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "So the feds took the place and I bought it at auction." And he goes, "Oh, how much did you buy it for, if I might ask?" And Keith said some outrageous price, like $160,000.
Yeah.
Like. a fraction of the price. And the guy was like, wow, that's a great deal. And Keith's like, yeah. And then he just walks back in and leaves the guy hanging like that. So now when I walk around, if I see somebody, there's like, oh, there's the guy with the kiddie porn that sells drugs.
All of a sudden you see the shades go down.
Yeah. They're all horrified at me.
They're all just hiding in the house. They're like, oh, my God, he got out of jail. How did he work that one?
And he told the guy behind, the Asian gentleman that's building the house behind me, that the backyard landscaping, because he goes, how much was that? And Keith goes, oh, this was like $50,000. And meanwhile, it was a little more than, perhaps more than that.
Right.
But he just, Keith lies to everyone around me.
I'm also hearing that Keith is going to suggest maybe to the new Chinese neighbor that you and him are gay.
Yes, that's what he said too, right.
Yeah, what am I...
Yesterday, he goes, when I see him, I'm going to tell him that we're gay lovers.
Yeah.
He goes, that ought to really get his head spinning.
Yeah. And
Keith cannot think of things fast enough to screw up, like, my relationship that I don't have with my neighbors.
No, it's perfect. That's what you want. You don't want any interaction with the neighbors, and this is the way to go about it.
I don't want them firebombing my house either.
You want them to think you're gay or into child porn, and they'll all leave you alone, Ant, which is perfect.
Me out with the
Keith wants to yell to the guy, oh, let me get my husband.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Let me get my husband. And then he'll just call my name without letting me know he just said that, and I'll come walking out.
And they said, like, oh, that's funny.
Is an ass.
That's wonderful. Listen,
he's a complete ass.
Listen, we would go to the phones right now, but this is what we get today.
Come on. Oh, I feel like I'm at Belmont. My horse is coming in.
See, the company thought it was a great idea to... Very good, actually. The company thought it was a great idea to fire pretty much everyone about 6 months ago, thinking that nothing would change. Well, I'm starting to notice that this place is breaking down now.
Yeah.
This is the other side of firing everybody. The product suffers. And
when the machine breaks down, we break down.
This is what we have today for phones. So
that's the phones?
That's the phone so far.
It'd be funny if we just left that on and the ratings went up.
It's better than 90% of the callers we get.
Yeah, no kidding. And what's up with the laptop? You smashing that today?
It worked.
It did?
Yeah, see, you got to make threats before you break it.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was.